Ancient aliens. Hey guys, Funny Guy Timmy here. Bit of an update, kind of an apology / letting you guys know what's going on. I'm not going to do just an apology video. I've seen people do all kinds of stuff like that when they've been gone for a while, and they'll do just an apology video, and then that's it. So I have some news that I'm going to share with you at the same time that I'm going to explain what's been going on. First of all, I've upgraded my PC. It's almost like a whole new PC. There's quite a few parts that are different. However, I was having a problem before where, for some reason, the microphone or the audio got distorted and it gave me a really low bass just randomly. And this has to do with my interface. I thought it had to do with the USB ports on my old motherboard because I had a power supply that I don't feel like was able to keep up with all the things that I had in the computer, and it, wasn't able to power the USB ports properly or something like that. But it turns out it's literally just the Zoom H6 and or its USB cable or its particular drivers. I don't know what it is, but it's that device itself, because I recently got myself one of these to try out. This is the microphone that I had talked about using for a while on my PDF. When people ask, hey, how do I get started in doing voiceover? I'll send them to my website. And on my website, it has down at the bottom a free PDF that has kind of my suggestions for getting started. And this is one of the microphones that I often recommend. It is probably like a $60 to $100 microphone. It's USB, and it has the headphone jack right in the front. And that's why I recommend it, is because it's USB. It's basically an audio interface right out of the box because of its USB cable, and because it has the headphone jack. So you don't need, something like the Zoom H6 or an audio box or something like that. You can just go straight into your program with this microphone, which would be like Audacity. Also, it has relatively good sound. It kind of has, a noise floor that you got to work around, but I'm actually going to do a review on this video, on this microphone later. So enough about that right now. So I tried that microphone, and I put it through the paces that I do with this one, in all the areas and all the situations where this microphone or the audio would falter, where it would give me that low bass. Because what would happen is I'm recording a piece of audio for a client, and then anytime that I have to stop recording and then record again, it would give me that same kind of distortion. So I'd have to do it all in one take, or I'd have to save that project as is, close it, open up a brand new project, and then record the rest, and then copy and paste them together. It was really weird. But it all has to do with the Zoom H6 rather than the microphone, the USB port, or drivers or anything like this. Because this one worked just fine. I put it through its pace. I put it through all the same paces, and there was no problem. So I'm pretty sure it's either the device itself or the cord. Regardless. Okay, so another reason that I've been gone for a while is because I finished well, we haven't finished editing, but we finished shooting, me and a friend of mine finished shooting a short film, first short film that I've written. I wrote it. We went out and we cast it. I basically produced the majority of it. And then me and him kind of directed. It was mostly him directing. I've never really directed, especially not with a full crew. We had a full crew, and so I let him take point, and I just kind of like filled whatever void or wherever we needed someone. I was basically just gonna be that guy because I wanted to make sure this got done. But regardless, we finished shooting it. It turned out pretty well thus far, and then we have to go and edit. So I was busy for like an entire month just stressing over that. Producing is freaking stressful. It was fun writing, and it was fun being there and getting to create. I'm not really going to talk about what it is until I have something to show. But it leans more in the serious direction. And we're probably going to be putting it all on a YouTube channel that he and I are going to have. And then we're just going to put like dramas and, acting and any kind of short films or short projects on that YouTube channel. And then when I have that, I'll let you guys know, and there'll be a link and all that kind of stuff. We don't have it yet, so there's no link. Okay, so there's that, which was one of my goals for this year. I had a goal to write and direct or produce a short film. My goal was not to have to be in it. My goal was to write it and then make sure that it happened, basically. And so, for the most part, I'm halfway there. There's a lot to do as far as editing and music and audio and putting it out there and letting people see it, but the grunt work of it is done. Now the rest of it is like the tedious planning and anyway, so that's all out of the way. Another thing is I have a whole bunch of microphones coming to me from people that wanted me to review their microphones. Companies in India and China and stuff like that, and they wanted me to review their microphones, and I was like, sure, I'll do it. More than happy to. Now, people have been asking, why have I been doing a lot of microphone or gear reviews and stuff like that? And it's a valid question. True, I could just do all impressions and stuff like that, but there's only so many impressions that I feel like would be entertaining. And unless it's something, for you guys to legitimately actually enjoy, I don't want to just put it out there. I don't want it to just be, Christopher Walken reading Shakespeare. I did that, that was something. However, there was a point to those videos. But anyway, so I don't want to do like just the same impressions over and over again. And for the most part, my career has taken me in a direction where coming up with new impressions isn't my thing anymore. Basically, I have impressions that people enjoy, people pay me to do, and I'm just going to keep doing those. I do, over time, build new impressions. I mean, Donald Trump is like, my Donald Trump impression is only like 9 months old. So, that one's relatively new. I hadn't even really done Donald Trump until, the last leg of the race of the campaign. So, almost knocked that off. So I'm not really going to do impressions anymore. But as to why do reviews as far as like programs, interfaces, microphones, etc. and so forth, I feel like people who do voiceover should do stuff like that. There's a lot of people who do voiceover who do microphone reviews. And they're being asked the same thing. How come you do all these microphone reviews? You're a voice actor and all this kind of stuff. Like, why are you doing this? And here's my explanation as to why. As a voice actor, I know now what a good microphone sounds like. I know how to use a microphone. I have techniques and, I know how to edit the audio of that microphone. I know what voice it may or may not work for, what project it may or may not work for, what environment it may not work for. And I know that when I was starting doing voiceover and I was starting doing YouTube in general, I had a lot of questions. And a lot of them had to do with gear and how to use them. And being that I am, God, how long have I been on YouTube? What, almost 10 years? Almost 10 years. I've accumulated a lot of knowledge and information, and I want to share that with new people, especially if you're looking into doing voiceover and you need a microphone and you don't know where to start. I would be more than happy to, give what I think is a good starting mic or a good career mic, post that out there for anyone who wants it for free. I've worked with a lot of microphones, and I know what sounds good and what doesn't sound good and what is going to be easy to edit and clean up and what isn't. Like, for example, this one, a little bit harder to edit as far as the audio goes and as far as like cleaning up the noise. It does have a noise floor. But as far as this one, it's pristine. It's absolutely beautiful. Again, this is $1,000. This is like $60. So, using this as a comparison, this is my career mic. Using this as a standard, I can now go and look at other mics and compare them for you, so you don't have to go out and buy all these microphones. I'm having microphones sent to me for free to test and review, and I'm more than happy to do that. And then if you guys like them, good. So it's just kind of a thing of me helping you guys and helping anyone who's curious in getting into the industry, finding the right mic for them, their situation, their environment, their voice. So that's why. Just because I wish there was a little bit more like that for me when I started YouTube. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Leave any questions down below. And I'll catch you later. Peace.